Hello everyone and happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to Mounties Midweek. I'm Drew Patrick. On today's show, we review the NCAA Atlantic Regional Championships for cross country, and we have the quarterfinals of play of the fall. The cross-country team took part in the NCAA Atlantic Regional Championships held in Pittsburgh at the historic Schenley Park this past Saturday. The men's 10K race was first, and in the first mile, Ryan Clifford and Quincy Amabile sitting at the top of the pack. The next downhill stretch, Ryan Clifford moves up into fourth place, with Quincy Amabile sitting in ninth. Moving ahead to the third mile, Ryan Clifford starts to pull away from the pack safely in fourth. And in the final 2 kilometers, Clifford well ahead of the pack safely in fourth place. But you see Quincy Amabile starting to feel the elements a bit and dropping back in the pack. And now at the end of the race, the final stretch, Ryan Clifford punches his ticket to nationals with a 4th place finish. And he also was the top PSAC finisher. Quincy Amabile worked hard for that final 2 kilometers and started to move his way up and dug into the finish, getting 15th in all region honors. Head coach Mike Rowe was absolutely thrilled with the performances.
15! 15! Good job. You are all region. And you are going to nationals. That is awesome. Good job. Thanks for being here. That's great.
I had a chance to speak with Clifford, Amabile, and Coach Roll after the race.
It was like a mudslide the whole entire time, but it was fun, definitely challenging, but I don't know, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun and muddy. Probably the only words I can describe it with.
So, Quincy, there at the end, you had to really push to get back up there into all region. What was going through your head during that last stretch?
I was just trying to finish. It was really a blessing that I was able to finish strong, because I really wasn't feeling that great. It just kind of happened.
And Ryan, here to be able to go to nationals at this course, how much of a benefit is that now you kind of have a feel for it?
Hopefully it is not this bad with the mud, but definitely seeing the course is kind of cool. It's a cool experience that we have with this festival year that we have with the D2 cross country.
And Coach, the performances here today, what are your thoughts?
I'm pretty excited. It's been over a decade since we had 2 athletes be all region and go to nationals for the men. It's the first time in 5 years that we've had a male or female athlete go in cross country again, so I'm super excited to be back at the NCAAs. This year is special. It's the first time that we've ever had an athlete make it to the national championship in a festival season in any of the sports. So I just couldn't be prouder of these guys for the work that Ryan has done over the last 4 years, going from not even making the regional team as a freshman to making it to the NCAAs as a senior, and to have Quincy come so far in a year, it's been an amazing journey, and it's been I'm privileged and blessed to be able to work with these two. The coach couldn't ask for better.
The women's 6K race was next. For the second straight championship meet, the women had to endure some slippery, muddy course conditions. Lindsey Payne and Kenzie Jones running with each other here on that 3rd mile. And the finish, Lindsey Payne fighting hard was the first Mountaineer to cross in 47th place with a 26:41 time, and Kenzie Jones was the next Mountaineer finisher in 63rd place with a time of 27:09. Nationals will take place on December 1st back at historic Schenley Park for Ryan Clifford. Now let's take a look at what is happening this week for Mansfield Athletics. Do not go anywhere. More Mounties Midweek on the other side.
Court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun. No one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
This week is Thanksgiving, and the things that take center stage are family and football. Tioga County's biggest football rivalry is bonded by a Mansfield University brotherhood. Here's more. 20 miles separate Island Park in Blossburg and Wellsboro High School. And right in the middle of those two lies Mansfield University. North Penn and Wellsboro are the premier football rivalry of Tioga County.
It's huge. So many people come out and support. Even if they don't normally come to all of our normal regular season games, they're coming out for this game.
Oh, it meant a lot. I mean, two towns, we live back to back. We're really close to each other. And, I mean, Coach always emphasized play with your heart. And it meant a lot because whoever won this game got the Morty trophy. And all throughout the years of me going to Wellsboro, everyone always Morty, Morty, Morty. And everyone wants that trophy. So we all fight for it.
And you were just instilled right from the start to just hate Mansfield and always want to beat them. But at the same time, you have a little more respect and can just realize that one team needs to come out and get the win. And it's not all about the hate anymore. It's just hopefully see a good football game.
A rivalry that means just as much for the two coaches involved.
You know, it's the two Tioga County teams, you know, North Penn, Mansfield, and Wellsboro. So they've been a big rivalry for a long time, and there's the Morton Jones Trophy in it, and so it means a lot. You know, no matter what the records are, that game, it's usually the last game, and the winner has the bragging rights for the rest of the year.
Yeah, you know, it's great for, you know, I think both communities. It brings out a lot of people, you know, to these games. It's people that, you know, maybe don't go to a single football game all year, come out just because of the pride they have for their community. So, you know, I think it's a positive thing for both of us. You know, I think that they look forward to it, and so do we.
Tom Dickinson both coached and played at the university.
Yeah, that's where I got my start. Continued from high school and played at Mansfield, you know, for 4 years back in the early 80s, and then I coached 10 years at Mansfield. So that was my start with Coach Elsasser, and felt I had learned enough and came here, and it's been 25 years now. So, you know, that place, it's where it all started, and there's a lot of memories, and as a matter of fact, some of my staff, Joe Zabrzinski played there, and Steve Bryant played there, and Chris Olson played there, so we have a lot of connections from Mansfield.
Matt Hildebrand was a member of one of the final Mansfield Division II football teams.
You know, I had a lot of different coaches when I was at Mansfield University, so, you know, and we didn't always win a ton of football games, but from that, you know, you learn a lot. You learn a lot about yourself, and, you know, and what you take a lot from those losses sometimes, but also a lot of the coaches that I have there, I had some really great coaches that, you know, they taught me, you know, how to lead young men and, you know, lead a program, and you know, and you kind of figure out what works and, you know, even what doesn't work. So you know, I can rest a lot on what I learned over at Mansfield University.
These two are rivals on the field, but part of the same brotherhood.
You know, we are in the same brotherhood there. I think, you know, once a Mountie, always a Mountie. So, you know, really proud of, you know, that I was able to go there and play there, and, you know, still some of the best relationships that I still have today came from my college days, and, you know, still keep in touch with a lot of those guys that I played with.
But we weren't there at the same time. But still, you know, I see him at the different outings, and it's a part of us. You know, both of us going to Mansfield and then coming from far away, staying here, and then making ties and becoming the head coaches here. So, you know, not only is it us in Wellsboro, but it's part of Mansfield too, with you know, the two head coaches and several other coaches on the staffs, you know, being part of this game.
Sprint football freshmen Quinn Henry, Chase Mosier, and Alex Kojahusky now find that their jerseys say the opposite of the team they represented in high school.
I mean, I used to live in Bloss, and I used to go to Bloss, so I mean, I can feel it now since I go to Mansfield, and it's a little weird because I go to college here now, so I got to kind of see it from their perspective too. So it's different.
It's different, and my mom always jokes with me. A lot of people make fun of me. Oh, now you go to Mansfield after you played them and always hated them growing up. But honestly, it's just the town over, and we all can come together and still play football. So
I was growing up to like hate Mansfield, and now they're both teams that I have respect for both of them.
It's Tioga County's biggest rivalry, and Mansfield University is at the heart of it. And the North Penn Panthers won this year's matchup by a score of 21-14. It was the first time the Panthers had won in 4 years, so congratulations to them. I, however, had a little bet going on with our sports information director here at Mansfield, Mr. Ryan McNamara, as I am a Wellsboro man and he is a North Penn man. And because North Penn ultimately took home the victory, this picture now exists. So that's great. So congratulations once again to the North Penn Panthers. And don't you go anywhere. We have much more Mounties Midweek on the other side of the break.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement art.
It's a small community, close-knit, it's beautiful. Now, as we join UPMC, it just opens a whole new world.
Together, UPMC and Susquehanna Health are bringing life-changing medicine to North Central Pennsylvania.
UPMC brings extraordinary innovation to virtually every aspect of the work we do.
Exchanging ideas, sharing research, it's a tremendous opportunity to learn in real time with world-class experts.
Changing lives every day. UPMC Susquehanna.
It is now time once again, folks, for Play of the Fall. We had the first round last week, and now we have the quarterfinal matchups. Our first matchup is between Ryan Clifford's second place finish at Nationals and DJ McLean's record-breaking catch. Ryan Clifford at the PSAC Championships in Edinburgh, fighting the tough conditions, and finishes in second place, the highest finisher at that race for a Mountaineer. That play is against DJ McLean, who moved on from last week after his catch defeated Eleni Gebbia's goal to move on. This catch comes against Navy, and with that catch, McLean became the all-time leading receiver in Mansfield Sprint football history. So which performance was better? You can vote on Twitter at Mountie All Access for who is moving on to the semifinals. Our next matchup is Larissa Mots' game-winning goal against IUP, up against the pass from Gary Roppers to Quinn Henry. The Mounties were in overtime at IUP, and off the corner, Larissa Mots lays out and gets the game-winning goal. That play is against Gary Roppers' pass to Quinn Henry. Roppers will go towards the end zone looking for Henry, caught! And touchdown! And Henry with the little toe tap in the corner of the end zone. Which one of these big scores will move on to the semifinals? You guys decide. Our third matchup is a 94-yard fumble recovery touchdown against Brittany Ryan's penalty stroke save. Caldwell University was driving towards the end zone when Brandon Allen and the defense came up big. And scooped up, and he is gone at the 40, the 50. Good night. And that is a touchdown. Allen goes 94 yards, his second straight game with a defensive touchdown. That play is against another winner from last week, and it was Brittany Ryan's penalty stroke save against Mercyhurst. Just trying to keep it out. And Brittany Ryan with the big save. That save beat our redemption play, which was a Bria Bittiger goal. Which one of these defensive plays will move on to the semifinals? You can vote to decide. For the final matchup, Brandon Allen makes a second appearance with a pick six against Franklin Pierce, up against Dana Evans' goal against Mercyhurst. It was homecoming, and the game was very close when Brandon Allen breaks it open. Lubis in the gun, takes the snap, is looking to pass, looks near side, will fire this one out. It's through the hands and picked off! 20-10-5 touchdown! The defense scores! And the field hockey team, they traveled up to Mercyhurst. They found themselves tied when Dana Evans gets this goal. That goal ended up being the game winner, and Mansfield took the match. Vote for which one of these game-altering plays moves on to the semifinals. So yes, make sure you vote on Twitter at Mountie All Access for which 4 plays are moving on to the semifinals, and those semifinals will take place next week.
State Athletic Conference.
Oh, what a play!
18 universities.
How competitive is this?
23 championships.
It's over. We have new PSAC champs.
7,100 student athletes. Make the PSAC yours.
My PSAC is passion.
My PSAC is pride.
PSAC is Pennsylvania.
Passion, pride, Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference.
As I've gone through school, I've been trying to pay off my tuition as I go, and it wouldn't have been possible without the help of the Mansfield Foundation.
The Mansfield Foundation already helped me a lot. As of right now, I don't have any school debt. whatsoever. And I know the Mansfield Foundation has definitely helped with all the scholarships that I've received over the years for that.
The Mansfield Foundation has helped me out several times throughout my college career. They have helped keep my finances intact.
If you have any sort of instincts, you can get a feel of good people and bad people. Like the people at the foundation are as straightforward as they come.
It's a small community, close-knit, it's beautiful. Now, as we join UPMC, it just opens a whole new world.
Together, UPMC and Susquehanna Health are bringing life-changing medicine to north central Pennsylvania.
UPMC brings extraordinary innovation to virtually every aspect of the work we do.
Exchanging ideas, sharing research, it's a tremendous opportunity to learn in real time with world-class experts.
Changing lives every day. UPMC Susquehanna.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
That is our show for you today. To stay up to date on all things Mansfield athletics, head over to GoMounties.com. Thank you for watching and have a great Thanksgiving.